Whoa, a new Studio Ghibli film?
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
I am so excited to talk about Earwig and the Witch. Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If this is the first time you guys are on my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Today we're talking about the newest Studio Ghibli film, Earwig and the Witch. A headstrong orphan discovers a world of spells and potions while living with a selfish witch. This is Studio Ghibli's first 3D CGI film. Everything prior to this film has been hand-drawn animation, and it's absolutely stunning. I'm a huge fan of Studio Ghibli. All of their movies are great. I've done a ranking video. I've watched all of their videos multiple times. I have multiple shirts. I'm a huge fan of their movies. This is directed by Hayao Miyazaki's son, Goro Miyazaki, who has directed Tales from Earthsea and From Up on Poppy Hill. Now, this is a challenging movie to watch because you have 20 plus movies of the same style of animation, and it works for that company. And then you have this movie. Some people may be absolutely turned off by this movie because it does not look like previous movies. I will say for the animation that it is different. It was a bit jarring at times to watch this movie knowing that it is a Studio Ghibli film and it's not like Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro. It's something completely different. But the designs for the characters, especially Earwig, it does look similar to what you would expect from a Studio Ghibli movie, just in 3D CGI. But if you stare at it long enough, you might think that it is hand-drawn animation. So when watching this movie, I will admit it did take me a little bit to really get into it, because I was expecting one thing when they announced this movie. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be another Studio Ghibli film that's going to look like Spirited Away or Kiki's Delivery Service. But when they showed pictures, like, oh, I don't know. I really don't know what to expect from this. And this being a fairly short film, it did take some time to get into the animation. But once we got into the animation and I kind of accepted what was happening, I started to really enjoy the movie. This has similar themes to previous Studio Ghibli films. A lot of movies, especially Hayao Miyazaki films, have a strong female lead. He also loves airplanes and magic. We do get a lot of magic in here and a very strong female lead. Earwig is a really headstrong character. She lives in an orphan in the beginning of the movie. She seems to enjoy some of her times there. She has a young friend, but she gets adopted by a witch in a house full of magic and potions. So she has to really adjust to living there with them, and she's really determined to learn magic. But in order to get what she wants, she has to give her new mother something that she wants, and that's doing all the chores and helping out around the house. But you really feel that determination from Earwig to learn magic. And as she's starting to learn some things, her confidence around her abilities really does come out. And then we have flashbacks of this band, which are the two people that are taking care of her when they were younger and part of this band. And that leads to some moments that do feel a little bit different from your average Studio Ghibli movie, because the score for this movie is very poppy. It's really upbeat. It's got this rock and roll kind of vibe, but also at times there's some calming music, which is similar to other Studio Ghibli films. I felt like the score a little bit was kind of up and down at times. At times I enjoyed it. At times it was something new and really didn't fit certain parts of the movie. And as we are watching this young girl learn all of the magic and listening to this music as well, but middle half of the movie, I'm starting to really vibe with it. I'm really enjoying what I'm watching. I like the character. I like her learning a lot of things and becoming confident in herself. And then it abruptly ends. Like, this movie's only an hour and 22 minutes long, and it just kind of ends. And it ended on a note that is good for the character and what she wants and moving forward. But honestly, this movie could have benefited from 30, 40 more minutes. It could have been a 2-hour film, and I would have really loved it, because there could have been a lot more development for this character, a lot more personal development for her. And I had to get adjusted to the animation, the character, her new life. Once it started to pick up steam and I really was getting involved with it, it just ended. I had to rewind and like, is it over? Because I want a lot more. And I could tell that there's more story for this character and her life and where she lives. But it just ended. And that's probably one of the biggest issues for me, is that the ending just feels so quick and they're trying to wrap it up and it comes so abruptly that it's not satisfying at the end. The beginning starts off kind of slow and you're getting adjusted to this new animation. Once we transition to the middle half of the movie, it starts to pick up and you're kind of enjoying watching the character and her learning magic and all of that, and she's getting used to her new life. And then you're kind of feeling happy for her. You feel all this joy surrounding this movie, and the ending is joyful for this character, but it just ends. And you want more. You want more development. You want more story because you're really liking what you're watching. It was so disappointing. And I remember going back and watching the last 10 minutes and thinking, you can't end the movie like this. You got to give me more. And so that was a issue for me, is definitely the ending. The score is kind of up and down at times. It's okay. I really like the story, but I just wanted a lot more for it. So for Studio Ghibli's first 3D CGI film, I thought it was pretty good, but I was definitely left wanting more. It is a little bit jarring at times for the animation. At times it feels kind of average. There's not a lot of detail, and we know that Studio Ghibli goes into detail a lot with their animation. But here it's just kind of surface level. Sometimes it looks really good. Sometimes it's like something I've seen before and not very impressing. I am curious to see what they do next, if they do another 3D CGI film. I know Hayao Miyazaki has another film coming out soon. I'm curious to see if it's in this style or just your traditional Studio Ghibli style. Nonetheless, I do applaud Studio Ghibli for giving us something different and having a unique film compared to the previous 20 plus movies we have gotten from them. I do appreciate the chance to view something different from them, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I do miss your kind of average style Studio Ghibli film. I wish we would have got that style for this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and give Earwig and the Witch a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Earwig and the Witch. Have you guys seen it perchance? What do you think about this new Studio Ghibli film? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming videos. You guys are the best as always. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.